So for example, we will invest in new service lines like cybersecurity, ESG being key topics.
Today, I have the pleasure to welcome in the studio Hossen, who is a managing partner at Forvis Mazars, Luxembourg. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Jerome. Pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. I know you've been growing this company in a spectacular way over the past 11 years. So you announced in June that you were having Forvis and Mazars to put together to form a new network.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
Basically, in one word, I can that is linked to the value that we create for clients.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me explain it a little bit further. What is happening is that our client base is evolving, and we're determining now that we're getting more and more larger clients with international presence and international expansion wishes. So in order to be able to serve them properly, we needed to be more present in the US market. And so as a result, we identified Forvis as being an ideal partner to partner with. And for them, they wanted also a presence on continental Europe and in Asia Pacific. So they identified us as being the perfect partner. So it made simply common sense to go together and to do this. What it has done is that it has today enabled us to offer enhanced specialized services to our clients so that we can concentrate on our local expertise but serve the clients in a better manner. There will be accessing specialized staff in different countries, and it also gives us a bigger talent pool to be able to draw from.
Yeah, and I think for people to understand better what your company is doing, we should take an example. Let's say I'm an international company selling tires. I'm just taking an example. What people need to understand is that I operate maybe in 60 countries with 60 regulations, and I want to remain compliant everywhere, and I don't want to pay taxes twice for the same income. So this is what you guys do basically. You help those international players remain compliant everywhere.
Exactly. So whether it's an audit perspective that we're determining, because for legal purposes you need to have an audit, we ensure that the holding company and the individual companies are compliant with accounting standards. And when we're doing non-audit services, for example, I can take governance and risk and internal controls, we are ensuring that they comply with local regulations. And also group policies.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules to respect, and we know that over the past 10 years, those rules have become more and more complex, especially every country does its own thing. Europe does its own thing on top. So this very high level of complexity, of course, is bringing a lot of value to Luxembourg, and the growth of your company is a good example of the level of expertise we have developed here. So I'm curious about how you could grow the company so fast, and the question I have for you is, what makes you different from your competitors?
Yeah, well, I get very often asked that question, even by the group, Forvis Mazars group says, how have you been succeeding? What is the magic ingredient that you use? Well, what we do for our clients is a tailored approach that we have for each of them. So we don't have a one-size-fits-all service delivery. We will listen to them, listen to their needs, and determine whether we can help them or not. And if we can, we're going to develop an approach that we explain to them, that we sell to them, and very often in that approach we will tell them, you know what, we will put our senior management people, our top management, in the service delivery. So they will be actively involved in delivery. And typically we say at least 30 to 40% of the time will be spent by these senior managers.
Wow.
What that does is the client will immediately see that they are dealing with experienced people who are knowledgeable in the subject matter. They don't have the illusion of being there to train my junior staff for me. So that is really a big value added in our service delivery model. So that has helped us a lot in increasing our client base. And as that has happened, we have subsequently made further investments in the organization. So for example, we will invest in new service lines like cybersecurity, ESG being key topics. And so we stay abreast of regulatory developments, of practices, of market trends. And that has allowed us to really grow rapidly.
Yeah, and when I listen to you, of course, I can relate. You know, I've been running for 25 years a small agency. Of course, what you describe is really this boutique approach. When you started working at Mazars, there was 2013, I think there was 70 people, so it was really the boutique. Now you pass 400 employees. So my question to you is, how can you scale this approach in a context of talent difficulties? How do you remain a boutique when you will pass, for example, 1,000 employees?
Yes, well, that is a key challenge for us. Do we stay boutique firm as we get bigger? I would like to think that yes, we can. So there's going to be a lot of training that we're going to be delivering to our personnel. A heavy investment. I mean, we've already quadrupled our investment in the space of 4 years, and that trend is going to increase. We're going to make better use of Mazars University, which is an entity that is created at group level to enhance the learning experience of all of our personnel. And by doing that, by further training and increasing the learning experience of our staff, we believe that we're going to be able to continue delivering value-added services for our clients.
So if I follow you well, you're investing in a culture, basically, and you believe that this culture will allow you to maintain this very personalized approach despite growing to 400 is already, I think, a big number. I think you're planning to double this number.
Yes.
In 5 years or?
Probably in the next 5 years, we would like to double the number of staff and double the revenues that we're generating. We're quite confident that we're going to be able to do this. All my partners have bought into the strategy, have bought into the plan, and even my staff have bought into it because we've created a shadow board, which is made up of only staff members elected by the people.
Cool.
So they've worked together with me in developing a strategy. The partners worked with me in developing their strategy, and the two of them are remarkably aligned.
That's a nice
with
approach.
a super ambition of getting to the same place.
Very nice. So let's look maybe a little bit in the future to conclude. Where do you see Luxembourg in 5 years? Do you see even more regulation? And of course, you could take advantage of this as a specialized provider. Or do you see Europe and Luxembourg aligning more on what I think Trump will do, which is a bit of deregulation? What do you see coming?
No, I see the trend in Europe to be increased regulation. And we will have to be there to help our partners and our clients navigate through this complex web that already exists today, and that will simply complexify even further in future.
Okay, so that's a good news for your group.
Yes.
I wish you further growth. I hope Luxembourg will manage to find its way also. We know that the GDP growth right now is around 1%, and we need 3 or 4. So again, keep up the growth, and thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you very much, Jerome.